What's your favorite match? Because that's obviously your most iconic.
Yeah,
What's your favorite?
My favorite match was Backlash against Randy Orton.
What a match.
Crazy thing is, if he has a new favorite, I don't want to know about it because
how could he?
He's technically probably had better matches, but the idea of being in that spot, people ask me like, well, you just say you made somebody. No one person makes anybody. It takes a lot of people, a lot of factors. And even if the bases were loaded for Randy, it was still up to him to knock it out of the park. And he did. And one of the wisest decisions I ever made, much wiser than working at the Huntsville Auto Show the day before my street fight with Triple H, much wiser than catching a red eye in for getting into New York City at 6 a.m., for the Royal Rumble. I did a lot of stupid things that way as far as travel. I actually I canceled a talk at a community college so that I could come in the night before as opposed to the day of the show. And I don't, I like people to be able to read between the lines, rather than just spill, but in this case, I think it's beneficial to know Randy came up to my room, and for only the second time in my entire career, I had an A through Z plan. And I'll never forget, he was just taking it all in. I'm getting like the tingles here because you're talking about a moment that changed his career. And I don't know if we could have had that type of match if I'd taken that, if I'd gone through that speaking engagement. And the other key factor is that Michael Hayes heard some of the things we want to do. He goes, you're going to need more time. Mm-hmm. And so instead of rushing through, we had time to let things breathe. And it felt really good. And even though I had many trials and tribulations getting back home, my luggage was delayed for 4 hours. I did throw up in the parking lot at Tim Hortons in Edmonton, because, my brain had been jogged a little bit. But I made it back in time for Raw the next night. And it was like the fans looked at him like he was a completely different guy. And it really, it made me feel good. Now, they turned a babyface in 2 weeks, which I thought was a big mistake. But it was hard not to like somebody who'd been through that type of, it was an ordeal, right?
Well, because going into that match, it's like you want to hate Randy.
Yeah.
He's incredible. He looks great. He's in incredible shape. And he's in this match with Cactus Jack. And they're like, he's not going to do anything like that. Like Cactus Jack will take all the crazy stuff and Randy will just look good. Oh, no.
And I believe by the time I had that match, it was pretty well known that when I brought something out, it would backfire on me.
Sure.
I used to joke that Wile E. Coyote had better conversion rate with Acme products than I did with, thumbtacks and things of that nature. And I think everyone thought, oh, okay, it's going to backfire on Mick. And then sure enough, Randy gets me in the RKO. He took that bump and it was just majestic. He came up, and I know Randy's a heck of an entertainer. I don't think you can act that shocked in the way that he came up like this. So that even when I threw Randy off the stage and got ready for the best elbow I've ever, that was a career type of elbow I dropped on him, partially because of the great camera shot.
The low angle.
Just
so
perfect,
good.
Just perfect. Mike Chioda went to check on him, and Randy's response was, Chioda, those thumbtacks were a big mistake. It felt like a mistake at that point, but I think, he realized it. And from what I was told, there were a few key members of the WWE locker room, big time members, who went, oh, like they thought it was too much. And it was like, no, it was just enough. Like the proof is in the pudding, and the pudding was served that next night.